Welcome to Awkward Stage, the podcast.
Hi guys, I'm Alina Bock.
I'm Nicole DuBois. We're obviously your hosts.
You know us from TikTok and Instagram.
We're like the Charlie D'Amelio of TikTok.
Yes.
Anyways, we're doing this podcast because everyone we know, at least, has had an awkward stage. But it seems like the teenagers these days just aren't going through awkward stages.
They seem like perfect human beings. They seem like very put together.
The clothes.
And what happened to that awkward stage in your life where you have to find yourself?
We want to hear the stories about the awkward stage so we can connect ourselves, right?
Yes.
Through the cringe.
Yes, and now we all have a podcast where we can talk about those stories. So it's not just for your therapist anymore. It's for everyone.
It's for us.
Yes, for us mainly.
Our guest today assures us that she was very awkward. She's an Instagram sensation. She's hilarious. She's our friend.
Yeah.
At RealTalkWithChan.
Yeah.
Chandler Taslitz, everybody.
Hi,
oh my God. Hi.
welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
It's a big honor,
Important.
to be honest.
It's huge.
Yeah. We had a lot of people knocking down the doors.
Sure.
We all met doing comedy.
Yes. The Groundlings.
At the Groundlings.
But we just became friends a year ago.
Yeah. Chandler and I.
We were awkward.
I've known you.
We've known each other for years, and we immediately bonded because of traumatic pasts. So we're like, oh, amazing.
We went to lunch and went down Larchmond, and we're just like,
Cafe Gratitude.
here's who died in my family, and here's who died in my family. All right, we're friends now.
Immediately. Yeah.
I don't do that at all, and I feel like that's why we didn't click right away, because
you make prolonged eye contact with silence, and I'm like, I just fill the silence with words. So it's like, I wouldn't stop talking, and you're like, I don't know how to talk to this girl.
If someone's talking to me, I'm not the person who interjects. I'll just stare at you and listen.
Nicole, you were very intimidating at first. I was intimidating. Yes. I was intimidating.
But it's because I'm scared.
But you know what? Our first dinner date, we went on our first friend date. You told me that you were a slow burn.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's incredible. She's like, the longer you know me, the more you like me. And I'm like, see, you immediately like me. And then a year later, you're like, do I? Do you know what I mean? So it's good.
I think I'm a slow burn, but then I'm pretty consistent after that.
So consistent.
I'm not gonna fuck up, you know?
No.
No, you're very trustworthy then once you get to that.
loyal.
Is this podcast just about
us?
me?
Yeah, it is.
This is the Nicole show.
Yeah,
Welcome,
but it's
everyone.
showing that awkwardness is always a part of you, even when you think you grow out of it.
Yes. Oh, you think you grow out of it, but then you just realize
it's just in different ways.
The anxiety never goes away.
Yeah. No. I mean, the anxiety of always being awkward, once you realize you were awkward, that always stays.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe all these stories, if we really talk to an expert or just Alina dissected it, maybe it could explain the person you are today.
Probably.
I have done a lot of therapy, and I have read a lot of books.
Me too. Self-help.
And most recently watched a lot of self-help TikTok.
Oh, amazing.
So I think I can figure out everyone's trauma.
I've watched a lot of TV hospital dramas, so I could be a doctor.
So you're perfect.
This is the perfect combination.
Chandler,
yes.
How old were you during your awkward phase?
Ooh.
Okay, I was looking at photo albums to try to remember, because I remember a lot of I've had a lot of different phases in my life, but I feel like the awkward was around 9 to. No, I was still cute at 9.
9's early.
Yeah,
That's
early.
When you have
to doubt yourself.
10 to 12, 10 to 13.
Okay.
And then I got my braces off, and I started taking Adderall, and I got pretty cute.
You started taking Adderall? Oh, because
they were
ADHD medication.
Yeah, they were like, well, I'm the most ADHD person, and they're like, she needs to be medicated.
Sorry, we did the intro wrong. Here's the most ADHD person.
Yeah, it's so true.
Chandler Taslitz.
Yeah, I'm shocked that we're on one train of thought right now. Sorry. Okay, what was the question?
13. No, you answered the question.
Very good.
10 to 13, and then you got your braces off.
But I didn't realize I was awkward. If we're being completely candid here, I thought I was stunning. I didn't realize I was awkward until, the moment I realized I was a freshman in high school, and we went back. We had a day off, and we're like, let's go back and visit all the 8th graders. I bet they miss us. You do that.
Oh my
So we
gosh,
went, and I walked in, and the woman at the front desk was like, oh my God, Chandler, like you lost all your baby fat. And I was like, I didn't even realize I had any. So I was like, this is confusing. So I went back home and like looked at some old pics and I was like, oh, I like was not as cute as maybe or amazing as I thought I was.
I think that woman was in the wrong. That is not okay.
I know.
Yes, but she was, I'm so happy she called that out because I was living my life with the confidence. I was like, I'm stunning. I'm gorgeous.
Okay, so what did you look like? Like, what would you wear? What would you?
Well, so here's like, this is where the problem was. So like I had braces, right?
What kind? So it was the braces.
Metal.
Did you have like, did you guys have the colorful little rubber bands that go in?
I didn't. I had older sisters, and they're like, don't be that girl.
Oh.
Don't be that girl that goes to the orthodontist office and is like, I want rainbow. They're like, they taught me how to smile with a closed mouth. They were like, we are going to show you how to get through this part of your life, but you need to listen.
So you never had like, I want alternating pink and purple.
No. I was like, clear, and that's it. I'm like, I'm not playing around.
Okay.
Dr. Scott.
I need to talk to your sisters because
they're great. They've helped me a lot. But I was awkward. Okay. So like I had the contrast between the braces and like, a lot of like just like chubby cheeks. And then I was like, oh, I saw this gorgeous smoky eye look in 17 magazine. I'm going to go for it.
You did a smoky eye at what, 12?
Oh, I was doing smoky eyes at probably like 8.
I did not start using makeup.
This is middle school?
Oh, middle school. I would walk downstairs with a full smoky eye, and my mom would be like, no.
Okay, wait, is this in Chicago?
Yes. In the suburbs of Chicago, just walking around. And then I would wear like, I had great taste. I did. My my look was great. Just everything else, like my body wasn't there yet. You know what I mean? Like I would wear these like neon blue patent leather pumps. To school because I like the sound of high heels.
They let you wear that to school?
Yeah.
And
I'd walk
incredible.
down. I remember walking in the hallway being like, this is my runway.
Imagine the teachers in that school being like, this 12-year-old has pumps on for like math class.
I wore a pantsuit on my first day of preschool. Full pantsuit. I was like,
you're like.
I was Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
I was like, I'm ready.
I love the idea of an awkward teen
with the smoky
with the confidence
with braces
of
and
Madonna.
a smoky eye.
It's insane.
Yes.
It's and like I didn't understand. I also like there were some days where I'm like, I'm gonna go for a fun look today, because my mom used to be a makeup artist, so like I would play with all of her makeup, and she would come down, and there was this one day I wore neon like an aqua blue lid, with then neon green like stripes, like a cage. Like I wanted like a cage look.
Oh my God.
It was really scary, and I don't understand why I was let out of the house.
What did you do with your hair? What was that?
Oh, I wanted something really simple, so I did a slicked bun, but all the frizzies were there, so like it wasn't like I started. And you put water on it when you're younger to like slick it back.
And gel.
Yes, and see, and that's
and then it just dries
thing.
curlier.
It's because we didn't have TikTok or Instagram or any YouTube, anything to look at.
Because what year was that?
What?
Okay.
Are we in the early aughts?
93 to 2003?
Yeah.
Early 2000s?
Yeah.
2003.
Phones, but that's it.
But I have less of an excuse because like I had 2 older sisters. My mom was a makeup artist in fashion, so I had the resources. I just was doing it poorly.
Yeah, but your sisters were also dressing for 2003 with low rise,
so many layers,
jeans,
low rise, and remember
layered
skirts
tank
over
tops.
jeans.
Oh my God!
Did y'all do that?
Skirts?
No.
Yes.
I knew that was bad as soon as I saw it, and I remember like watching the girls being like, "Don't fall victim," and especially the girls who'd wear it with flared jeans. I'm like,
and
nope.
You with your confidence.
What about like the
my unearned confidence?
What about the leggings with UGG boots with a skirt over it and then a polo?
A poncho.
A poncho.
Loved a poncho. I felt like I would go to, so it was a very Jewish neighborhood that I grew up in. So like every weekend it was a new bat mitzvah. And I would like wear my poncho at the temple and being like, I'm a 50-year-old woman, and I'm like, I like thought that like I don't know why I thought like 50 was like so sexy. Like, to me, like being in like your late 50s and 60s, I'm like, that's where I want to be. Like with my like
boss babe, boss woman.
Yes.
Like feminist.
Pantsuits.
You
like
were clearly
I had a
very
a
unique
bob too, like a sharp bob.
You did?
Yes. And I was like, I'm here to like make decisions.
I love that.
And tell you my opinions. Yeah, it was crazy.
I cannot believe this picture I'm getting in my head of you at this age as like a young, smoky-eyed 50-year-old woman in a 12-year-old's body in blue heels.
But I was tiny. I was always in like the 10th percentile. So I was always also like the shortest kid. So it looked weirder too. But I didn't, again, realize this was awkward until like I got older and was like, whoa. How did I have that much confidence?
How did I get through without...
Yes. Like in 3rd grade, we had to do, everybody could do like show and tell to the class. So I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a dance in front of my whole class to, what was that Pink song, I'm Coming Out?
How did that go?
I thought it killed. I was like, they're all thinking I'm a, like again, it was crazy.
That's also really angsty.
Yes.
To do a Pink song.
And I had a broken wrist at the time, so I had like an orange cast.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I was, it was.
Pink, you listen to Pink when you're like mad at your parents, you know?
Or just like mad at society.
Right.
Pink was cool. She was the like anti-pop star, but she was so a pop star.
Don't Let Me Get Me. Oh, Jagged Little Pill.
It
was so good.
Jagged Little Pill.
I mean, the amount of times
Jagged Little Pill is Alanis Morissette.
No, but doesn't she have a song? Oh, Just Like a Pill.
Just Like a Pill.
I'm a Pill. Something with pills.
Pill. Yes.
I don't know. I just remember like being in my shower, blasting Pink on my stereo, being like,
Did you really relate to the pill one because of your ADHD medication?
Yes. I was on so many pills. I was like, I get it.
Finally, someone who understands me.
Me and Pink.
I just don't relate to Brittany or Christina.
She doesn't take pills.
No, Christina, I was like, I can't wear crop tops yet. Yeah. I'm like, I'll get there, but I can't yet. But I did, like, I always wanted big boobs when I was little. Like, to me, I was like, oh my God.
I wanted them.
Well, now I have them and I'm like, this is the worst thing in the world.
I never got them, and I envy everyone who has naturally... But I also understand that that's kind of like I'm brainwashed, you know, by that era that we grew up in. Thanks, Pamela Anderson.
Right. Yeah. Well, I didn't grow up in that era.
Well,
Oh, right, no.
Well, I was
How
just
old
called
is Alina?
out.
Oh, my God.
No, I grew up in like Paris Hilton when there was like nothing. But like you still, but I would get the like, remember the Stuffed by Duff bras by Hilary Duff? Do you guys ever have those?
No.
Target came out with them and they were incredible.
Wait, Stuffed by Duff?
Stuffed by Duff by Hilary Duff. It was incredible. And I would wear them in 5th grade and being like, oh my God, I'm a woman. I like, hear me roar. Yeah. I think it helps give me the confidence to wear the pantsuits still.
The picture is just getting
even
better and better.
Yeah.
So do we have a specific most awkward moment?
Well, I feel like there was times when I was like embarrassed, like I'd have embarrassing stories, but I really, like honestly, my most awkward moments are as an adult. Like being like, like I truly, I looked awkward when I was younger, but it didn't make sense because my personality was like so confident.
That's so fair. Like you don't have like an embarrassing story because you weren't embarrassed by anything.
I was, there were so many times when I'm looking back, I'm like, oh, I should have been embarrassed. Like I really.
Right, but,
okay, well,
what's that?
Can we hear one of those?
Yeah. Where now you're like, oh, I did that. I can't believe I did that. Even though in the moment I thought I was so cool.
I was like super, I kind of peaked in 4th grade, right when I was 9. And I was dating this guy. I know, I had a boyfriend.
You were dating in 4th grade?
Yeah. We fell in love on a vacation in Hawaii. Both of our families were there. And I was like, oh my God, this is love. And then we dated when we got back home.
What was he like? What was the love of your...
He was like a tennis player, judo guy who's like really strong. And we didn't talk though. Like we would just like go down the hallways and like, hey.
Did he have like the spiked hair? Like what was so hot about him?
Yeah, what was hot about him?
Oh, he was just like a hot 9-year-old. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I was just
now it's awkward,
right? I was like, okay,
like everyone just pictured something in their head, and then they were like, oh,
right?
no,
because it feels wrong. And so whatever. So then 5th grade happens, right? And we're still dating, but I'm like, he has not been paying that much attention to me lately. Like, and Valentine's Day comes up.
Is there another woman? Like, what's going on?
There was. There wasn't, but I thought there was. Like, he was just like talking to some other girls on the playground. I'm like, this feels really like aggressive,
deserve better.
And I deserve better. So Valentine's Day, and he doesn't even, he like gets me like a little chain bracelet, like nothing.
Oh, Chandler.
Just wait. It gets worse.
Isn't it like
Just
the
wait.
thought that
Right?
counts? What did you want? A pony?
It like, wasn't like, I feel like he like found it on like, no, it was, trust me, guys,
Okay.
it was not good. And I was like, I don't need to take this. And that same day, I got a letter in the mail from another guy who was saying, I'm your secret admirer. Like, you're so beautiful. And I'm like, this right here, this is how I deserve.
Fifth grade?
Fifth grade.
Okay.
How I deserve to be treated. So I'm like, I'm breaking up with the current boyfriend, and I'm going for my secret admirer. So my mom wrote me out a script because I was too scared to do it on my own, and my best friend was there.
Yep.
And right, you still have to call the house phone, and you have to be like,
Yes.
hi, Mrs. Brown.
So there was a number to call on the secret admirer?
No, I was breaking up with my boyfriend for the secret admirer.
Oh, this is the call to break up with him.
So we,
Okay.
I remember being very awkward on that phone call because I was reading from a script, so it didn't sound natural. I was like,
What did you say?
We'll call him Joe. I was like, hi, Joe. It's Chandler. Look.
Wait, I wish we had a copy of this.
Honestly, my
yes.
mom probably has it somewhere else.
Oh my God, you have to ask.
I'll call her and ask.
Yeah, I'll call her. You have her number.
Yeah.
And I was like, hi, Joe. I just feel like I'm not really getting the attention that I deserve. And honestly, but my voice was shaking. And then he was like, okay. Like, he was not really that upset by it because he was like,
Talking to other girls on
he
the
was talking to
playground.
other girls. Also, he was like, I have to go play tennis. Bye. I was like, okay, bye. And then I found out who the secret admirer was, and I was like, I'm yours.
Oh.
Who was the secret admirer?
His name was Henry.
Henry.
Okay, so what was Henry as hot as?
Henry was more he was more of a sensitive soul.
Okay.
Oh, cute.
Love him.
And but you went for Henry because you had the thing in common that you both thought you were a hot shit.
Yes.
You're like, that's what we have in common.
We
I was
both
like,
love
I was
Chandler.
like, he gets it. So clearly,
We are meant to be.
But yeah, no, honestly, like, but again, I feel like these moments that should have been really awkward weren't as much. And now the only moments that I remember are like, honestly, like 3 years ago. Maybe yesterday.
But like that confidence, I feel like we should have today. You know, then we
it's
lose
reversed.
it.
It's like Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
We like
Yes.
it's the worst.
I think you always think like, oh, when I like the 30, flirty, and thriving, right? Like when
Yes.
I'm like in my late 20s, in my 30s, I'm gonna be like confident. I'm gonna be amazing.
Yes.
But like you had like I also like feel like I had the confidence that I need now when I was younger.
Like, channel that.
Yeah, and now I'm just like I like probably like look put together, but my insides are like
Crazy.
crazy.
But you know what?
Crazy.
Here's what I will say. I feel like I do feel a lot more settled into myself in my later 20s and like mid 20s. Mid 20s, I feel like for me were the most awkward.
No one tells you that your early mid 20s are gonna suck.
Just
They
suck.
suck.
They just suck.
There were like 7th grade is bad, but like you are like an adult, so you have to make and you have no idea what's going on.
They do not prep you properly in school. They do not prep you for life, or especially as a woman. I mean, come on.
Let's get into that.
Being a woman, it's hard. I don't know if you guys have heard.
I wonder though if that was if part of that was the case when we were younger because we didn't see what else was out there because we didn't have social media.
Yeah.
We didn't have
We weren't comparing ourselves to as many different people.
6th grade I had like texting, but not like you had to pay for every text message. Like
Yes.
you really
God,
were
yes.
just in your own bubble. So it was
so
easy
true.
to think like I'm the coolest person in this world because this is my world.
Yeah, you don't
100%.
scroll, you don't compare yourself. You get a very curated type of content on television. You kind of just
And
like
they're all
mimic
older.
that.
They're not people your age.
Right. So, and everyone agrees, you know.
Yeah, and also like I feel like everybody around you was just kind of awkward. Like you weren't seeing other hot 13-year-olds or 12-year-olds.
I think about like when I would go to dance class and I would think I was the most amazing dancer ever.
Yes.
Like if then I would go to TikTok and see these 8-year-olds doing like triple backflips and like doing all this amazing, I think then I would realize, oh, whoa, I'm not the best dancer anyone's ever seen. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I feel like it's not a great thing because it's like you kind of need like you look. Eventually, there's gonna get to anybody's point in life when they realize like, okay, I'm not what I thought I was. Like, I need to be a little more humbled. But it's nice to have that because that way you get to find yourself a little bit more. You get to try more things. Like, if you're so afraid of trying anything because everybody else is better than you.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, well, why would I even try?
I wouldn't have performed as Brian from the Backstreet Boys at the high school talent show with such confidence.
That's amazing.
Just with my friends, you know. We did, like, a Backstreet Boys song and,
so
like,
you were
did
dressed
a dance. We were dressed up as the Backstreet Boys. And we did a dance for the whole school.
We should really tell you guys that Alina was a German pop star.
Yeah, Alina's like actually famous.
Alina was a German pop star.
Yeah, no, she's
And I thought I was like Britney Spears, you know, and then.
But you were.
And then I made it into
just in Germany.
It's like very Europop, you know, like Europop, trashy Europop. And I thought I can dance, but I could not. I cannot dance.
I don't know, you're still famous.
They gave us like dance choreographies and stuff, and when I saw the music videos and live shows, when I watched it back, it was a disaster. I have to find clips for you guys, but
okay, but also all dancing was worse then.
Yes, true. Yes. Like I look like so. I was on dance team in high school, and the choreography that to me, looking back, is beyond cringy. It was like body roll, like pump it up, like the worst type of dancing, and I don't like it.
Wait, what's your beef with body rolls?
My beef with body rolls is I just remember like doing a body roll and like specifically making that face. Like,
I feel like I still do. Like, if I were to go to a club right now,
yes, obviously,
I feel like I would just be body rolling.
But to me, I look at body roll
just all night.
Because what am I gonna do? Like, I don't know how to do all that vibey stuff.
No, I know. And haven't been out to dance in like 2 years because of things to the pandemic. So now I feel like I'm a new person.
Yeah.
I have come out a new person.
Yeah.
And so now if I go out, what is the dance style that fits this new person? You know what I mean?
I don't know, I just think we need to get you really drunk and find out.
I think it's just body rolls.
Why aren't we? Okay. And we all go back to body rolls.
Okay, so if you could go back in time and you could tell that sassy 50-year-old woman
yeah, me,
like one thing,
one piece of advice only, or one thing.
Oh, I mean, I would ask her for advice.
What?
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, so this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna eventually like shit's gonna get dark for a little bit. Right? You're gonna go to high school. You're not gonna be as cool. Like, your world is gonna be broken just a little bit. What do we do?
You would crush her.
I would crush her, but I'd be like, "What's your mental state right now? Like, what's your mantra? Like, how are you?
What are you
telling yourself to get this result?" Because like, I remember being a sophomore in high school, and I went from like there was 120 kids in our grade to 1,200 kids in our grade. It was a huge high school, and every girl was like very pretty. Everybody was just very pretty at my high school, and I'd be like, so, like, we shouldn't be loud. Like, I was always very loud. I don't know if you guys know this about me. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of loud. I speak my mind.
Experience.
Very opinionated.
Very loud, Chandler.
And then, like, to be cool at this high school, you kind of have to be the opposite. You have to be, like, very quiet. And, like, you laugh at the right things.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I'm going to have a hard time with this.
I still think I should be that person. Like, every time I meet new people or I interact with people and I become the person, you know, like this person that I am. Wow. And then afterwards I sit in my car and I'm like, oh, you did bad. You should have just been very well composed.
That's why I just stare at people.
I was like, you're the only one that's figured it out. I'm like, I can't just stare. My mouth has to say things. It's the worst.
You think I would have done probably really well at your high school?
Yes.
Because I would have just walked around staring at people.
People would have been scared of you. To do well in high school, people needed to be a little afraid of you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which is
I
crazy.
would have not done well.
Because I would have done.
I was a German exchange student.
Yeah.
And so I tried to make friends by just cracking jokes, but I had a very strong German accent.
Can I hear it?
Can we hear a joke?
Can you do it? Yeah.
This one time, the guys were like pushing me around.
What do you mean?
They were
being pushed around by men. It's literally every day.
They did this weird thing where they would stand in the hallway and every time someone wanted to pass, they wouldn't like let you pass for like 10 seconds. They were like, and they would make like a circle around you.
So fun.
And then But I felt so honored that they did it to me.
Stop pushing
I felt
me.
I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then I finally got out of the circle and I thought it would be really funny to say, is it because I'm from Germany? Like, just as a, is this why you're like.
Is it because I'm so.
But I was so nervous and I leaned in too much and I just went, is this because I'm from Germany and you hate Germany? And everyone looked at me because they thought I was serious. They didn't get,
They were like, let us call our lawyers.
It
we'll get
wasn't
back to
funny
you.
then. It's not funny when you sound like,
Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So.
Honestly, the best joke that I've ever done with a group of high school boys was there was this guy who like thought he was the coolest. And he was like, always thought he was funny, but he was just a huge asshole. Are we allowed to swear at this podcast? Bleep me out, whatever.
Yes.
And he like was really cold. And I'm like, where you live in Chicago, like, man up. And he was wearing his a coat, and the coat had like a lined fur thing around the hood. And I was like, hey, where'd you get your coat? Abercrombie and bitch. I was hated. But I'm like, objectively, that's a fucking hysterical joke.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh no. There were so many noises and everybody's
wait. Now I'm imagining you.
And that's when he
in
fell in love
in
with
a
you.
poncho, in
I'd
clinky heels. Saying, where'd you get your Abercrombie and bitch?
No, are you kidding me?
I feel like you were holding like one of those cigarette holder thingies.
Like Cruella de Vil?
Yeah.
Where'd you get your hey?
What are you wearing?
Where'd you get your coat?
And then
very freaks and
you
geeks.
just drop it.
Yes,
turn around.
totally. Yeah, and I had brown hair at this point too, so it felt a little darker. Like the joke felt darker.
Yeah, girls with brown hair
are a lot scarier.
So much like scarier and
so much more emo.
And,
like, oh my
cooler.
God. It was crazy. I also dyed my hair like chocolate brown in high school and like played with a really dark inner eyeliner phase.
Oh, yes. The eyeliner.
Punk rock. It was like all about Blink-182. It was all about Avril Lavigne. Like that was the look.
Oh, Avril Lavigne.
I know. I loved her. I have a picture of me at the beach in a hooded sweatshirt with sunglasses on, smoking a fake cigarette.
Oh, no.
With Uggs and tights. And
I was just going to say, did you wear Uggs to the beach?
Of course. It was winter in Chicago. It was cold.
Oh.
But I needed to be stylish. And I was like.
But you were on the beach?
Yeah. Wow. We like left high school to go.
I would have thought that you were so cool. I would have been intimidated by both of you.
No.
I would have just thrown
I was friends with everybody.
jokes at you.
You'd be like, I'm from Germany.
Yeah. Hello. I'm from Germany.
I'm pretty sure I would have never had even met a German person before.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of kids didn't, and they asked me questions like, do you have washing machines in Germany?
Like, no.
Does Britney Spears sing in Germany? And I was like,
no.
What?
Yeah. Good questions, though. Smart.
I actually have some similar questions.
Yeah.
Nicole and I to ask you.
We can do a whole episode of just ask me questions about Germany.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That sounds like
a great.
Fun. That sounds fun.
Content.
I feel like we need to circle back to the mantra because we never heard what
mantra.
You think yourself would have told yourself.
Well, that's a really good question, Nicole. Now that I have some more time to sit and process it, I think, okay, so when I first, it sounds like I'm making like a roundabout point, but just, what is it called? Trust the process. That's what they say on TikTok. Trust the process.
We're here for it.
So when I first started posting on my Instagram, there weren't a lot of people following it, and my intention wasn't to like gain a following. I was like, oh, I'll just post funny stuff and make stuff.
Yeah, we know.
And this was back in like 2015. So I posted something and it like kind of went mini viral. Like all these people then started following me and like reposting my videos. And I was like, oh, this really weird side of me is now kind of being seen by the world. Like, just kind of like freaking out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I called my dad and he was like, you just can't give a fuck. He's like, honestly, who cares? The people that know you love you and are friends with you. You can't control what other people think. Like, just say fuck it and just kind of do whatever the fuck you want to do. And that's kind of like been so I feel like now I've kind of tried to take that back. And that was definitely my motto when I was 11 with the smoky eye.
You didn't know it, but your motto was fuck it.
I love that.
Fuck it.
And
if I want to wear pumps, I'm wearing pumps.
That visual
in sex
of
ed.
You at 12 with your pumps and your haircut and your braces telling yourself, like, look, you just can't give a fuck.
Just sweetheart.
Right?
Sweetheart. You're thinking too much.
Stop overthinking. Stop. Just be in the moment.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. I love that advice from your dad too.
Yeah. I think my dad was honestly probably got it from me when I was younger because like I was just such an inspiration to everybody around me.
It's all connected, like the mushrooms.
Absolutely. Like the mushrooms?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
All the mushrooms are connected underground. Watch the documentary.
Wow, Nicole, that was we're gonna pick back up.
That was a crazy thing to say.
Chandler, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much. Yes. Please tell everyone where they can find you. And
you can find me in LA. Just hanging around.
What's your address?
Real Talk with Chan on Instagram.
And TikTok, right?
Oh, and TikTok. I dabble on YouTube, maybe on Twitter. See, I'm awkward.
No, that's perfect. That's the perfect ending.
That's what we wanted you to be.
I have a project coming up. I'm not sure what it is yet, but it's in the process, so look out for that.
Look out for that.
It's very
for a project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we can't wait. We know what it is, and we can't wait. We'll keep you guys posted. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss a single episode of Awkward Stage.
Which, like, you don't.
No. You don't. Trust us, you don't.
I'm Nikki Doobs, at Nikki Doobs on Instagram and TikTok.
I'm at Alina Bock, and
this has been Awkward Stage, the podcast.
Goodbye.
Thank you and good night.